Look at that. I was nervous that maybe because we had to shut down and restart everything, that wasn't going to show up correctly, but cheers to us. Okay, so let me get over here. Let me bring up this chart on my end so I can mark it up for you. And let's go here. All right. Here we are. So first off, this is the chart. I did pull this chart. What exact day did I pull this chart on? Let's take a look up top. So I pulled this chart for 5/20/2023 at 5 p.m. Central Time for my location. So that's how I pulled this chart. The reason why I did that, again, this energy builds. This isn't, yes, there's the moment, but this energy builds from the 16th forward and then wanes or waxes off from this 20th point all the way down to the 23rd. And what we specifically are looking for here, and we're going to go in red because this is what it needs to be. We want to keep, so if you cast this chart for yourself or are looking for a transit chart for yourself in your natal chart, you want to keep Mars at 0 degrees of Leo. You want to keep over on this right-hand side, we have Jupiter at 0 degrees of Taurus. Down at the bottom, so these are all the fixed signs. It is a fixed grand cross. You want to keep Pluto at 0 degrees. He will be retrograde. And then where the other, Scorpio is our other fixed sign. So we have Leo, we have Taurus, we have Aquarius, and then we head over to Scorpio. And this is where the node comes in. The South Node is still in Scorpio, 3 degrees, 54 minutes retrograde for this particular time, this chart. But you want to keep the planets, the Mars, the Pluto, and Jupiter at 0 degrees. That's what makes this so hugely impactful. So let me go ahead and I'll get yellow on that. Yeah. Oh, I want green. I want green. This is what this looks like. So we've got this square right here between Mars and Jupiter. You have the square between Jupiter and Pluto. You have the square, although not exact, right? But this is building, budding energy. You have the square between Pluto and the South Node in Scorpio. And then you have the square between Mars and the South Node. So that creates this grand square, fixed grand, and then we have these two oppositions. So you get the grand cross in the middle. This is amazing energy. So if you looked at your natal chart, some of you may actually have a grand cross. It could be in any of the either fixed, any of the modalities, the fixed, the cardinal, the mutable signs. So this could actually be a configuration, an aspect that you have in your own natal chart. But in a transiting chart, so what we're doing right now with this energy, this is first, again, baby's born this day. That's going to be in their natal chart, and that is something to behold. Because what makes this so amazing and so impactful, and why we are talking about it today in this Twitchy special edition of Sunday Twitchy Tuesdays, is because we have 3 planets, personal planet and 2 outer planets that are at 0 degrees. That's what makes this so big. And that's what makes this worth talking through. So here we have this oppositions and squares. This is tension points, right? Thankfully, we've got the table. We've got the full grand cross, grand square. We've got these pillar points. So this is foundational. There is this initiation of something, this table, this square. There's an initiation about this. And we talked about this with this 0 degree point, right? As Pluto's been hitting these aspects with 0 degrees. This is not action. This is the birth of something. This is a birth. It's an initiation. It's like there's a bunch of people at the table and we're all talking, right? We are still trying to figure out the battle plan, the strategy. We're still in these conversations about, all right, what is actually Jupiter going to be doing in Taurus? What actually is Mars going to be doing in Leo? What actually is Pluto going to go and clear up in Capricorn? What actually are the nodes going to do when they shift into the Aries Libra axis? It's a lot of noise. It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of battle strategy. It's a lot of everybody's opinions coming to the table. And here's what I love about grand crosses like this. Yes, everybody is at the table, right? Everybody has something to say. So fire brings in a little bit of a different energy. And this is where, again, it takes a village, right? It takes all different types. It takes all different kinds of thought processes of how people, you know, how you bring things about. So like your personalities, right? It takes an analytic. It takes a empath. It takes a sunshine. It takes an action taker, right? We have Mars and Leo. Here's the action taker. He has got something to say about this action and what this table conversation is about. Here is Scorpio in our water. Scorpio got something to bring to the table. Scorpio has something to say about how this is going to feel. How are we going to like take this and make it feel well, right? He's going to bring in that empathy a little bit. Then we have Pluto in Aquarius, which is the analytic, right? Here we've got, all right, here's the data. Here's the information. Here's everything that you need to take action on. Don't forget about this. And then we have Jupiter in Taurus bringing in the, that ability to be that sunshine, be that burst of abundance, be that cheerleader that is needed. All of these different elements here, all of these different positions are needed at this time to be at this table to have this conversation. So it's a lot like allow this 516 to 523, allow this to happen, allow this time to take time. It's okay that this is taking a couple of days. It's okay that, I go back to like conclave, right? It's okay that conclave took 2 weeks to settle because everybody has something to say. It's okay to take this time. So, Mars had this journey. Mars got checked. Pluto got checked. And now this is Mars's opportunity at this table to prove himself. Are you who you say you are? That's what's going to be brought to this table. That's going to be part of this conversation. Mars is Mars has got this great personal energy. He is in aspect with everything. He is a little fish in a very big pond. He is a page at the table for the first time. But he ain't no punk. He has learned a bunch as he's gone through all of this. He has learned a bunch. Wherever this is in your chart, right? You've learned in this area. You've grown in this area. And now he has something to say. It's okay that he's the young kid on the block. He has purpose. Don't forget that he has purpose here. And Jupiter is giving us the view for that long term because Jupiter is right here, right? If we know that one part of this fixed grand cross is the south node, that means the north node's up here too, conjunct Jupiter, right? Conjunct Jupiter at this time. Jupiter is giving his view on the long term, that north node, that destiny, giving his view. And Taurus is the way. Taurus is the way, right? He sees that. Taurus is the way. Taurus is how we build the foundation, is how we get that security, how we get that stability, how we keep it simple and not make it complex and convoluted. And he is protecting this vision of the future for you. And then the South Node is here with Pluto in this square going, hi. So here's the fears that you're facing. South Node's at the table to keep you safe. South Node is at the table to tell you where you've been. Pluto is at the table to bring the data in to prove where you've been and what it's going to take to change and where all of that information is. And it's an eclipse point. So this South Node at this 3 degrees of Scorpio is an eclipse point from last November. So here's how all of these situations layer on top of each other. It is part of the story of you, of the you that you are creating in this world. And with our last Scorpio eclipse, this should be showing you what is getting transformed because that was the final. Our last eclipse, May 5th, final Scorpio eclipse. It's done. Whatever it is done. And that's what they're bringing to the table. And so this, this is the crossroads. We've got Baba Eshu here, just owning the crossroads, allowing us to take this moment, allowing this time to present itself to really strategize on where we're going in the future and allowing those crossroads to be. It's the crossroads of pure potential. That's what quarter 2 is all about. So take this time. All right, let